Welcome back. Let's continue to introduce the second three, the muscles of head and neck. The second part, the muscles of neck. The muscles of neck consist of the three groups. These three groups we can separate it as the superficial group, including this muscle and this muscle. The suprahyoid muscle and this one, the hyoid bone. It means superior to it, the suprahyoid muscle, this group. We only describe a half side. And then the inferior hyoid muscle, it means inferior to the hyoid bone, and this one. And this the superficial muscle. The remote side is the deep muscles. And then let's view it one by one. The superficial group. The superficial group including the two muscles. One is here, the platysma. The platysma, in fact, as the expression muscle, is distributed as the superficial fissures, the cutaneous muscles. The platysma is function to make the mandible descending. Another one is we need to remember its origination, insertion, and its function. The sternocleidomastoids. From its name, we know its name is according to its origination and insertion. Let's see the sternum, the clavicle. So the sternocleido terminate to the mastoid process, the mastoids. And then let's say the origination and the insertion here. Anterior surface of the sternum and the superior surface of the clavicle. Change the color. Anterior surface of the sternum is here. Here. And then the superior surface of the clavicle for its medial part is here. Here. And then its muscle fiber is terminated to the mastoid process. And then let's say from its fiber direction of the muscles. And then one side is from the anterior to the posterior. So if one side is contract, it means our neck is lateral flexion, and then our face turn to the contralateral half. It means if left sternocleidomastoids contract, our neck is curved to the left, and then our face turn to the right. And then this one, the sternocleidomastoids, is only one side to contract. If the two sides of the muscles is contract, it means our head is extend. This one is the sternocleidomastoids. We must remember its origination, insertion, and its function. And then the muscles. The suprahyoid muscle, including 4, we must remember its name is okay. And then the mylohyoid, it means from the mandible to the hyoid bone, the mylohyoid. And then digastric muscle. Digastric muscle, it means it have two belly. Di, it means as two, the gastric, the belly. Digastric muscle to belly. This one anterior belly, this one posterior belly, and then this one chocolate. And then another two as this one, the geniohyoid muscle to the mental spine to the hyoid bone. These two, the geniohyoid muscle, and this one the mylohyoid muscle. And then this one from the styloid process to the hyoid bone as the stylohyoid muscle. The stylohyoid muscle is here. This the suprahyoid muscle, including the mylohyoid muscle, and this one is here. The geniohyoid muscle is here. This one. Change the color, and this one. And then digastric muscle is here to here as the two belly. Another one, the stylohyoid muscle, the four muscles. And then the infrahyoid muscle is including the superficial group and the deep group. And then let's say 8. And then the superficial one, superficial group including here, from the sternum to the hyoid, so it's named the sternohyoid muscle. The omhyoid muscle is from the scapular to the hyoid bone, omhyoid muscle. It also have the two belly, superior belly, the inferior belly, and that's the central tendon. This is the omhyoid muscle. If we cut it, let's say this one, from the sternum to the oblique line of the thyroid cartilage, so it's named the sternothyroid muscle. From the oblique line of the thyroid cartilage to the hyoid bone, the thyrohyoid muscle. And then the deep group. The deep group, let's say this all the deep group anterior to the vertebra. So pre-vertebral muscle, this pre-vertebral muscle, this one, all the pre-vertebral muscle. And then the another is the scalene. The scalene including the three, the scalenar anterior, scalenar medial, and the scalenar posterior. I don't know you remember or not. The first rib is the special rib. Don't like the typical one, the inner surface, the external surface, superior border, and the inferior border. This special one, the superior surface, inferior surface, inner border, and external border. And then we also find the tubercle for the scalenars anterior here. So these muscles, scalenars anterior, and this one, the scalenar medial, and then between them, and accompany with the superior surface of first rib is from the triangle fissure. This triangle fissure is named the scalene fissure. And then from this picture, let's see the yellow color, the brachial plexus, the red color, I know the sulcus for subclavian artery. So this one is the subclavian artery. Anterior to the tubercle, the subclavian vein. And another one is to the external surface of the second rib, scalenar posterior. And this, the scalenars, including the anterior, the middle, and the posterior. And then scalene fissure. Scalene fissure is, let's say, a little bit like this. And then the superior surface of the first rib, the scalenars anterior, scalenars middle, and this fissure as scalene fissure. And then the yellow color, the brachial plexus, the red color, subclavian arteries. And then this as the muscles of neck, as including the four group, the superficial group, deep group, suprahyoid group, and infrahyoid group. And let's see, please describe the groups of the muscles of neck. And then please explain the terms scalene fissure